I remember you from last time. All right. So live streaming. I'm going to dump this. Actually, I think I put the link last time. Okay.
Did you unmute me?
Let's get this show on the road. For those of you that have just started, here, Jen's not here. So we'll get started without her. For those of you that have I'm going to make myself big and we'll bring it up anyone. Okay. Ooh, I'm really big on here. I don't like that. So hi, Diana, Kendon, your first time. So, welcome. So who I am, I'm Carly Grunman. You guys may have seen me on the Elephant Challenge. I help Pace behind the scenes on the Elephant Challenge. And I've been helping him for about a year. So I also I'm a Gator community manager. So if you're Gators, you know me from Gator. And I'm a sub 2 mastermind student. I'm a Gator. I'm a real estate investor. I've been in real estate since probably about 2011, mostly traditional and passive, but 2 years ago I found Pace and blew my mind off. We did the house that we're now subject to, and I thought we were doing mortgage fraud and it was illegal, which it's not. That's creative. I can go about what that is, and found Pace. And so we've been doing creative ever since. So I helped Pace with that. And then I was like, I want to join, I want to help baby elephants get their first deal. So Jennifer Champion and myself, Jen, if you're here and I can't see you, let me know in the chat and I'll bring you up. I can't find you on the list though. So Jennifer Champion and I have a podcast. We've been buying houses together. She's in Canada. She is a developer in Canada. She develops townhomes and spec homes. Well, they started out as spec homes. Now they're custom homes. She has on the East Coast of Canada, New Brunswick, she has, I think, like a 30 unit or 27 unit. So she's in the multifamily, raising private capital, all of this stuff. So that's her. I've been in here for a while. We have a podcast. Our whole thing base is mindset. We had a big mindset shift because it was last fall. We met in a mastermind together that Pace and Jamil were in, and they had a breakout session and they schooled us on our mindset. And so there's all these things that you have to break through with your mindset. Everybody has them. The most successful people have them. Pace says even has them. Vina Jetty, we interviewed Vina Jetty, who's like done $1 billion in multifamily transactions. She has it. Like everybody has it. So our whole thing is mindset and manifestation and setting intentions. And so at the beginning of each day, we set intention, and our intention is to include everybody. Sherry, you're struggling with mindset right now. I feel you. So many people are, even if they say they aren't. So we will have like a little emphasis on that. We call it the woo. So like how your mindset can change everything. Some people aren't into the woo. So we're not going to like super push it, but we're really going to talk about mindset and all the issues that you have with that and breaking through it. But also what we'll do is we'll go through. On the last call, we had agent outreach. We talked about how to find your market, how to find pain. So you don't want people to be in pain, but the way that we will teach you guys to do it, and then we'll partner with you guys, and then you guys can make money on this, so we can all make money together, is we find people that need help, that are struggling. So people that are in pre-foreclosure, people that can't pay their bills, people that have maybe high days on market. They're trying to sell their house, but they have little equity, so they have to come and bring cash to the table to close. Those are all viable options for creative finance. So what we're going to do in these is we're going to teach you guys how to find the pain and help people. So if you're here to sell a cash deal, likely we aren't your buyers and we don't have that many buyers, but if you guys have something, we can help you guys lock it up. We can help you wholesale it. If you want to keep it, you can do that too. So that's what we're about. Use the chat. We love watching you guys in the chat. Jen's still not here. I don't know where she is. So use the chat. Let me know if you were here last time and what you enjoyed about last time, or if you have questions. A lot of you guys DM me with questions. Feel free to raise your hand if you guys have questions. I like to tell people I love to help you, but I'd rather help you in a setting where everybody can learn than just a one-on-one situation, because our goal here, yay, Mike, it's your third time here. Welcome. We want everyone to learn. It's all about giving in an attitude of gratitude. So let me know what you guys want. Did you guys enjoy we're here? Did you guys like the last call where we talked about how to find your markets, and then we did some agent outreach? Do you guys, Corey loved it. Did you guys, second time, I love learning in a community. Yay, Tia, we're happy you're here. Tia, do you want to talk about, you sent me your mom. I think your mom, do you want to talk about that? Or do you want to do not want to talk about that in a public forum? You do? Do you want to come up now? Okay, let's bring you up. I'm going to ask you to unmute. I'm going to add you to the front. Add to spotlight. Hold on. I think she is. There we go. Hi, Atia. Did I unmute you?
Can you hear me?
Hold on. I can't hear you. It might be my computer. Just a second. Hold on. I got to fix my speaker. I can't hear you guys. So if you've been talking, I haven't been hearing you. Okay. Are you there?
Can you hear me yet?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yay. Hi, how are you?
There. Good. How are you?
Good. So Atia was telling us in the chat last time, your mom has something in Dallas, Fort Worth. She's thinking about selling it. She might put it on the market. Give us an update, because I'm just going off of a little bit of memories.
Okay. So based on what you're just saying, I don't know if it's ideal for wholesaling or creative, just because she's not in a distressed situation. It's a house she owns outright.
Mm-hmm.
She bought it as a rental, I think back in 2004, and she's getting older. She doesn't really enjoy flying back and forth because she's doing a lot of it herself. So when we went out last, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, I think she's decided that she doesn't want it anymore. And it dawned on me the morning of Monday, the day of my first session with you all, I thought, wow, this could be my first deal.
It could.
So anyway, I reached out to her. She'd already met with a realtor. She hasn't signed anything or given any promises, but what she did say is that she did tell the realtor to go out and see how much she could get for the house.
Yeah. Did she get a quote or
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So when I talked to her, she said that she'd like to put it at 3. And she's thinking she'd have to put $30,000 into it to put it on the market for that.
So what you said, you're like, I don't think she's a candidate because it's not a distress. So she is a good candidate, because we say to find the pain. I hate the word pain. It's just like, it's like more like motivation. So yes, like a distress seller would be something, but the fact that she has motivation, she is getting older. She doesn't want to do this anymore. She knows that she has to put $30,000 to put it on the market to get it to what she wants it for. So it is a good candidate. And then, so what we can help you do is, if you want to talk to your mom and be like, hey, Mom, so does she own it outright or does she have a mortgage on it?
No, she owns it outright, and she's got several rental properties. She lives in Berkeley, but she has a number of rental properties, and she's thinking to sell this to either buy another rental property in Phoenix or fix up her Berkeley house.
Perfect. So does she want money from this?
Yes.
Like, so she needs money from it.
Right.
Okay. So you can always talk to her and be like, hey, Mom, if I want this house, are you willing to sell or finance it to me? And so what you can do is you can sell or finance it where you decide the terms. And so you can pick, I don't know, just ballpark. Let's just say it's a $300,000 house. You'd be like, Mom, we can sell or finance it for $300,000. Then you just work backwards and you can do the math, be like over 20 years or something. I'll pay you or a trust or a business each month. And then if she does need money from it, it would be good to find out how much she needs. Or if she absolutely, because you're her daughter, so it might be a little bit easier. Like you said, she has other rental properties, so maybe she could sell those and like get the money that she needs. So feel your mom out and just be like, is it something that you'd want to sell or finance with me? And what you can do, one of the things that to pitch it is to, you're like, well, I'm your daughter, so of course, like, you know, and trust me, or, you know, she knows you, so there's no trusting there. But then also, if she puts it on market, she's going to have to pay $30,000 to get it market ready. So there's $30,000. And then usually when a seller sells their house on market, they pay about 8% of their sales price to closing costs and to realtors. So the seller pays for both realtors involved in the transaction. So she will save that money there, because when we tell people, and I can help you with this, we can act as our own realtor. So we have transaction coordinators that help do us, which is basically what a realtor is. It's a glorified transaction coordinator. They have all the documents, they have all the papers, they open escrow with title. They do all the negotiating. So we can help you act as your own agent. So she will have that. So definitely go to her and just feel her out and be like, how much do you want? Do you think you could get this from other properties? Are you open to seller financing this to me? I know a lot of people that are, especially people that are getting older and want to get out of their rentals. We have this guy where we live, we're talking about buying his portfolio, and he's like, and we want to buy it subject to, which is taking over their mortgage or seller finance situation. And he's like, well, I'm getting old. What happens after I die? He's like, I hate my kids. My kids hate me. We don't want anything to do with each other. I only like elephants. I want my whole inheritance to go to the elephant conservatory. And so we're working something out with him where I'm like, I get it. I like animals more than people too. And so what we're doing is we're creating a trust. So this works really well with people that are getting older. And if you're like, they're like, well, yeah, I would love to do a 20-year term, but I may not be alive for that long. Or what if I die tomorrow or something? So you can create a trust, and then you decide, the owner or her decides where that trust goes after they pass on. So everything's set up with lawyers. And then so you as your business will keep paying into that trust. So as she is alive and well and wants to get into that money, she can. But after she passes on, if God forbid anything happens, it's still there, and there's no probate, and there's no, like, you know what I mean? So
Right. Yeah.
her money and her legacy can still live on, and you can have a longer term for those things.
Yeah, she did
So-
mention wanting to figure out setting up a trust. I mean, she's pushing 80. She's not ready to let go of the other rentals, but she does want to get rid of this one. And I know
Yeah.
she wants all of the cash out of it.
Okay. So that might be hard unless you find for you to take over. If she wants all the cash out of it, there is an option to do that. We could wholesale it, which is we get under contract. We do the seller finance. We negotiate the terms, and then we go out and we sell it to a fix and flipper. You said it needed about $30,000 to get up and running. So it's definitely a great candidate, it sounds like, for a fix and flip. The downsides to wholesaling it is wholesalers like to buy it deep, which means
Right.
they like to buy it a little bit cheaper than they could get on the market for it.
Sure.
Positive to that is they're cash buyers. And so maybe they do something what a novation is. So this is a creative thing. So a novation is maybe even something you could do with her, and not just a flipper, where you partner and you make a contract and you go, listen, mom, I'm going to get this place. I'm going to put $30,000 into this place. I'm going to make it beautiful. And then we'll put it on the market and we can split the proceeds. You know, like, you decide, you get some, and then obviously it's hers, so she'll get the most. Like, you'll decide. So you can also, a novation is where you fix it up and then you put it on the market. So where you borrow money, it can get a little bit more expensive that way. But The positive with going down the wholesaler route is she's not paying agent commissions and closing costs, which is like 8%.
Right.
So go to her and just like let her know, like, here's some options I can help you with, and just kind of feel her out, and we can come back and we can keep coming back to this, and people can learn from this, because she might have an objection that we haven't talked about. And maybe we don't really want to, with these people, if they're not opposed, if they're not super pumped on it, sometimes we like to do the pull away method, where we're like, then maybe you should put it on market and let the market tell them it's not going to sell at that price if they want like a higher price. We like to be option C. We want them to have tried option A and failed, option B and failed, C, D, E, F, and G, all the options. We like to be the guy that solves the problem, that comes in at the end and be like, we can help you. We can give you cash. It's probably not going to be as much. We can do seller finance if you want the price. It's just if they're open to the terms. So,
right. Okay.
So talk to her. We'll come back on Friday and we can keep going over this too.
Okay. I can go back to her. Yeah. She definitely said that she had told this realtor to go out and see how much she could sell it for, off market.
Yeah.
And then she said, why don't I go and do the same thing? My mom's tough.
Good for her. She's
not going to
smart.
be easy on me just because I'm her daughter.
I love that. My dad's the same way. My dad's, he makes it harder on me because he hates nepotism than he would with anyone else. So I feel you on that.
Right.
But yeah, and go out and we can maybe on Friday or something, we can go through comping and we can learn how to do comps, and we can even use her property to comp. So, and we can use it as a like, we can all go through it and as a learning tool. So
like an example. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think everyone's willingness.
Yeah. So let me know. We'll come back to it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So I just saw somebody post, Carly, did you have coffee with that agent from Monday? No, we'd swapped phone numbers and I need to follow up with her. She says I live in Gig Harbor. She's there all the time. So no, but that was a really good seller. That was a really good agent call. So Talvin says probably because she's a tired landlord. Yeah, they don't want it anymore. So Mike says, I want to submit an offer. I need proof of funds and a title company. The agent, she was kind of withholding info.
Yeah, she was a little rigid.
What was she saying?
I asked her like why the seller was selling, and she was like, well, they just need to get rid of the property, but the property is very damaged and it needs a complete rehab. And then I was gonna send an offer, but I guess I need she needs a proof of funds. And I don't understand it. Do I need a title company to make an offer?
Well, you're putting the cart before the horse here. So last time we talked about finding their motivation or their pain. Let's start there. What is their motivation?
Right. That's what I was trying to get. And she was kind of like, well, they just need to sell the house.
What was the thing that made you reach out to them to feel like there might be pain for them? Or did you just say, I like this house and I'm going to call the agent? No,
the house is completely, I had it on my driving for deals list.
Yeah.
And it didn't look good, and inside is totally destroyed.
Okay.
And it says cash only. And so that's why I called her.
So you're trying to wholesale this.
105 days on the market already.
Okay, so there we go. So it's distressed and it's been on the market forever and they only want cash.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what is your plan to do with it?
Wholesale it.
To wholesale it. Okay. And so when you're wholesaling on the market, you'll still have to pay the agent commission. So what do you have you locked it? Have you made an offer?
No, that's where I'm stuck.
Okay. So you'll have to make an offer so you can get an agent's commissions paid. And then do you have buyers?
Yeah.
You have buyers.
Yeah.
Do you have a buyer that's interested? A specific buyer with a proof of funds?
No.
Okay. So this is a really good lesson. Pace was talking about this on, I feel like it was either Get Creative or Wholesale Hotline last week. And he made a really good analogy. So if you guys follow Pace, you know that he's the king of analogies. He's like, okay, would you go and you want to open a Subway sandwich franchise? Right? Or no, here's a better one. You want to open a t-shirt business. So you go out and you order 25,000 extra larges. You have it black t-shirts. That's all you have. So you want to know who you're marketing to. So you want to find your sellers first. And then he's like, and then you go to your market. And then let's say your market is bunch of kindergartners. Like, what's a bunch of kindergartners going to do with an extra large men's black t-shirt, right? So not a lot. Or let's say you're going to open up a Subway franchise. You want to know, like Jen was saying on one of our calls, she's like, you want to do your market research first. Like, is there a Blimpie? Is there a Jersey Mike's? Is there Jimmy John's for your competitors? Like, how close are they? What's the median income? Who are your buyers before you just go out and buy and just start a business? His third example was like, are you going to go to Fargo, North Dakota and open up a Ferrari dealership? No. Why? Because
there's nobody buying Ferraris.
No.
There.
Maybe if you own like a Chrysler minivan dealership, there might be something. So you always want to do market research first. So, and find your buyers, network and get your buyers, especially for the area. So with that one, and
I have a couple of Florida guys. I haven't presented it to them yet.
Okay. So, and shop it around to your buyers and be like, is this something you'd be interested in? What would you pay for this? And you can be the middleman on this and you can lock it up.
Before the offer.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to give them the address and stuff. It depends how well you know them. You want to have it locked up before you give them the address, depending on how well you guys know each other. If you trust each other, but.
Well, they're from the group, from the free Facebook group, but
yeah,
I understand.
Oh, Dr. Curious Adrian said it was Wholesale Hotline. I'm going to go pull that. And it said only size extra XL, but everyone wears a large. Yeah. So, thank you, Dr. Curious. But so it's always good. I'm not telling you did it wrong or it's not right. Like, always go out and you're doing the stuff. So, so she probably wants a proof of funds because, I mean, we can get you proof of funds, but we want to make sure before we lock it up, we want to make sure we have a pool of buyers that we can market it to, because wholesalers are notorious for just locking things up either too high or with bad contracts or not having buyers. And then the deal falls through. And now states are starting to make, laws against wholesaling because it's disrupting business. I'm not picking you out. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, but just food for thought. Find some buyers first. I can help you get a proof of funds. I can help you lock it up. I can definitely help you with this. And if you want to just DM me the information and I can look at it, we won't put it, you don't have it locked up. So we don't want to put the address out there yet. And I can help you look at it too and see if and help you maybe find some buyers.
Okay.
So
I could DM you here on the chat or on your Instagram.
Do it on, I'm trying to think the best way. Do it to
email you.
One. My work one. Actually, no, use this. Here, I have a form that I made this. I'll put it in the the side chat.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, here's the form. So if you guys have deals, let me know. I don't have a lot of information in here. But give me like questions, all the information you have.
Okay.
So, okay, I'll put this in here. So this is for you guys if you guys have deals, and we can go over these. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mike.
No, thank you for what you're doing.
Welcome. Yeah, of course. I'm happy to help. So this is also why Jen and I are doing this. Like, it's good. What we'll start doing is we will pull lists for you guys. We'll show you guys how to find pain. We'll do sales calls with you, and then we'll meet at the end of the day, and we can go over your leads, and we can go over why they're good, maybe why they're not good, and work these deals with you. So let's see. So I think that's what we're going to do in the beginning is we'll start out with like Q&A, and then we'll go through and we'll find, I think Jen stand you up today. Terry says, she said she's in a meeting. So she said she'll come. If my meeting ends early, I'll come in. Okay. So what we'll do here is we'll go over how to find your market. So we've gone that. Find comps. We can go over comps if we haven't yet. You can't see it's because you can't see the link here. You guys, when you guys DM me in the chat, it automatically goes, don't do it, because I understand why you might do it if you want it to be private. It's good for everyone to see, number one, but number two, when you guys do that, it automatically defaults the information I put into just to you, so nobody sees it. All right, so let's do one more question with Daniel for PML. Hi, Daniel. Where'd you go? I lost you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, there you are.
So I literally hopped on to my first accountability leader call yesterday with Angie.
Okay.
And so they gave me some advice. I kind of took it, and so I started reaching out to a few people. And then I kind of just threw stuff out there, right? And so, I currently have a HELOC.
Okay.
So I'm the private money lender.
So wait, stop right there. Because we have newbies in here. Tell us what a HELOC is. I know what it is, but let me know what HELOC stands for and what it is and how you got it.
So HELOC is a home equity line of credit, and it's essentially a loan that you get based off the equity that is built into your home.
Mm-hmm.
And so based off what my property value is and how much I owe, a bank will loan you X amount of money based off of how much money you make, how much money you owe, and things of that nature.
Yes, usually like 70 to 80% loan to value. So whatever the value, the equity you have, they'll give you 70% of it in a credit account, like a credit card that you can use. So it's kind of like quote unquote free money, but not really.
Yeah. And so my HELOC is at a variable rate, but it's at 9.9 right now. So anything that I invest in should be providing me a cash on cash return higher than that if I want to make money.
Right.
So someone reached out to me and they said they had a property under contract. It's a sub-2 deal.
Okay.
The property is a duplex. I believe it's worth like 180. I don't have all the full numbers, so I know I have to do a little bit more research, but I wanted to better understand what I need to make the right decision. So the property is worth about like 180. They owe about 141K. So essentially what the seller wants is the equity that they have in the house, and then this person that I'm in contact with is a person that would be taking over the money, the property, and I essentially would help him provide him with the money part of it. His payment, taxes and included, are $1,310, and it's a duplex, and so he would be making $900 per unit, so he would have about like $500 free as cash flow. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, how do I get paid back?
Exactly. That's exactly what you want to know. So the first thing I like to do is vet the person. How well do you know this person? It's okay if you don't. We meet people all the time. Like, I don't know you, but but you can you can get the vibe for people too. And it's okay. Yes. It's not bad not to know them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And we met on the Elephant Challenge group. So like, we're both in it. We're both newbies. This is his first deal, as it would be mine from a PML standpoint. I got a good vibe from our conversation over the phone, and we both agreed, like, hey, like he was like, hey, I'm okay with bringing somebody in to like help mediate it, so that we're both making good decisions, so that we're both winning.
Right. So is this guy a sub-2 student? Does he know what he's doing? Is he partnering with a sub-2 student?
He's not.
Okay, so that's a red flag. And I'm not saying, just has he done, okay, I know it's not yet. Has he done a sub-2 deal before? You said he was new though.
No, this would be his first one.
Okay, so this is because I'm a private money lender too. So I will tell you from my point of view, you all first things first, before you even look at the property, look at the person. It's okay if you don't know them, you can get vibes and stuff, but also look at their history. We always say in sub-2, unless you have HUDs, you're a dud. HUDs are the closing statements when you're doing investment deals, when you're doing real estate deals. So that doesn't necessarily, if nobody's done a deal, that don't write them off. But it's just like, remember that. 2, subject to transactions are not, they're not, you have to know what you're doing. And I would never loan money, private money, my own, to somebody that wasn't at least partnering with sub-2. So it doesn't have to be, or somebody that's, and maybe it doesn't have to be a sub-2 student. I'm sub-2, so I know the culture of the community. I know that most everybody, they do. You get kicked out of sub-2 if you do shady shit, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, there's zero tolerance for shade there. Like, if you're scamming people, if you've broken, like, there's no questions asked, you're gone. So that's like a huge thing in sub-2. So that's why I say sub-2 students. But somebody that's done at least a few sub-2 deals. So it's a red flag that he doesn't know it. He hasn't told you how he's going to use your money or pay you back, unless he has, and I haven't heard it yet. And
slightly, yes. Well, we both don't know how he's going to pay us back. The intention is to get paid back, but obviously we need help structuring this, and I think that was my main thing. What was the other part of your question? Sorry.
How's he going to use that money? What's he going to do with your money?
So he needs $45K.
And what's he going to do with it?
He's going to pay the equity owed to the seller and do very light cosmetic on the out. He said, like, it just kind of needs a paint, like someone attempted to do a paint job on it and it just wasn't done right. So like that's really all it needs. The inside is good.
Okay. So he might need to, one of you need to partner with a sub-2 student to get the terms ironed out, because as it is now, how much is going to how much is the equity?
That's what I need to like iron out, but I would say like it's about $40K.
So they want about,
if the property is worth 180 and they owe 141, that 40K is what he's paying the seller.
And has he
And
asked? So this is what I would do. I'm happy to help you. Angie's any of the elephant leaders are great. I would go to an elephant leader and say, with your buddy, and be like, can you help us? You'll need to renegotiate the deal. There's so many ways. If they're open to do subject to, is that what it is? Or is it seller finance? I'm sorry.
Subject to.
Okay. So if they're open to sub two, they're open to creative. So another option might be, to go, I'm getting way too deep into creative, and I'm supposed to stay to real estate basics. I think I'm probably getting into the deep zone of lending and creative. So what I would suggest is get with an elephant leader, partner with them, have them help you get it under contract and renegotiate it and help you. Is that you, or is that is you have a little kid? Oh, I saw that little hand. Oh, what's your name? You're so sweet. How old is she?
She's about to turn 4 this month in like 12 days.
Happy birthday. I have a daughter her age. She's so cute.
Yeah, this is my youngest one. I have 2 daughters.
Oh, I do too. They're fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would partner with any elephant leader, sub 2 student, have them help you structure. You're going to need 2 things. This kid's going to need help structuring his sub 2 deal so it works out, so it's a good deal for him. And then you need another person. I would just have the same person also help you structure your PML deal and how you can get paid back. So that would be a gator. I don't know. Not all gators know private money yet. They haven't learned it. I've done some private money. I am a private money lender, and I can tell you, I ask for collateral. So if they're not paying me, I'm taking their house, like asset-based collateral. So you always want something or cross collateralized. Like you get the duplexed if he doesn't pay you back. So we're getting too into the weeds. I think I'm going to lose a lot of people here. Yeah. But I suggest going in and partnering with any sub 2 student that has experience with PML, or even just a sub 2 student, and find another student that has experience with PML and help you negotiate this deal and hold your hand through this deal. They'll teach you as you go. So that's what I would suggest.
So in doing that, like, what should my expectation be in terms of, in my mind, I'm like, no one does anything for free, right? So like, that's how
Right. Good question. So all elephant leaders, most sub 2 students, like everything is free, but when we JV with you, there is everybody's got to make money. So it's not like we're going to be like, give us $100,000 and we'll hand over the contracts or anything.
And and honestly, I'm okay with making, I more care about the experience, because I know money will come down the line.
It will. Yeah.
I just want the experience so that I understand what I'm doing. So I'm cool with that. I just want to make sure I have a realistic expectation of when I reach out to a leader, of what to expect.
So I'll share, I told you guys I would share this in the Elephant Challenge, and I haven't shared it yet. We have all elephant leaders all have the same compensation situation. So and everybody will get paid the same. So we want everything to be even keeled. That's why we want you to go to elephant leaders that are vetted, that we know are consistent, that's legit. And then we are all going off the same compensation system. So it's not like you can go to me and then go to Angie and be like, oh, well, Angie's going to give me $5,000 more. So I'm going to, we just want it to be fair for everyone. And we're all here to help and to teach. So there is a compensation thing. I'll put it in there. It's like, you're bringing the lead, you get some money. You're boots on the ground, you get some money. So I'll put that out there, but everybody, it needs to be fair for everyone. So, but.
Okay. Are you available, or should I read? Because the one who gave me the advice to become a PML was, man, I'm forgetting his name. He's Dom and Angie's stepson, or what they call his stepson.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah. Yes.
He's the one that's like, oh yeah, it's like essentially you're a private money lender. So she start reaching out to people, tell them you got money. And I was like, okay. And so I did. And I'm literally talking to like 3 or 4 people.
And this
So-
is good. See, and you have PML in your name. You're new. So this is good. Pace always tells us as sub 2 students, get yourself in enough trouble where you're like, shit, I need help now. What do I do? So you're doing that. You're doing that. You're like, I got something. Help. now what?
Right.
So
Mhm.
that whole team, they're great. They're really great people. They do a lot of deals. Go ahead and work with Angie and Dom if you want to. I can help if you want. I don't know. Angie and Dom are Gators and they're mastermind, sub 2 mastermind students. They're really good people. You decide who you want to go with. You can talk to both. You can feel who you'll get a good vibe with, and any of us will help you and we'll be happy to help you. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think what I'll do now then is I'll go back to this person. What do you think I need from him at the moment? Like the actual details, like what's the money being used for? What's the property value? How much he's using for rehab? Does he actually have a contract for a sub 2 contract? Because he says he has it under contract, but I don't. I know what that means, but I don't know what that means. Like I don't know what it means from his end.
see, and that's a good thing to learn. So get everything that you can from him. Be like, I need every bit of information that you have and give it to me. And then both of you guys should go talk together. Be like, we're 2 newbies. Let's go together and meet with some leaders and see who we vibe with the best. And you guys should do this as a team, not like you're going off by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
learn together. Yeah.
And I had suggested to him. And he says, "Oh, I don't think I can get on the call at this time." And I was, "All right, that's fine. I'll do it."
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably what I'll try to do, where we can set someone up with one of the leaders where we're both on a call. That way we can both be able to answer questions and it be very
Yes.
transparent.
Yep. And record it and make sure everybody can be there at the same time and everything. There's ultimate transparency. So that's your
sure.
next step, is get any bit of information that he thinks he has, that you have, put it all on a Google Doc and just put all the information you guys have. It's okay if you don't know what you don't know. So whoever's going to help you, they're going to be like, okay, you need to go get A, B, C, D, E, and G. We'll show you how to find that. And so your first step is get with him, get all the information on a doc, then shop around to leaders and be like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me get together and get on the same page together, and then learn together and find a leader to help you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate the advice.
You're welcome. And I can connect you too, because I am a person that I don't do the nitty gritty. I'm a PML also, but I have somebody that underwrites the deals and looks at them and tells me if it's a good deal or not. And I can connect you with him because I know a little bit, but I don't do anything without talking to him. He's my,
Yeah.
my-
Yeah, these guys yesterday were telling me, like, yeah, you got to learn how to underwrite the deal. I was like, oh man,
we'll
that's
do it. We'll teach you. You'll learn this all along the way. So with the baby elephants, we want you guys to do exactly what Daniel did. He's put himself out there. He's got himself in a little trouble where he's like, oh shit, what do I do now? Which is perfect. And then get with a leader. Any one of us will help, and we'll teach you, we'll walk you through it. And what you're doing is amazing. Is perfect. Sorry, you guys, I have a frog in my throat.
Cool.
So, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, you guys, that got a little bit deep on the creative stuff. And so we're not, everybody's newbies here. So that was my fault. If you guys have questions, I'll definitely have we'll have like a Q&A Zoom like this. And then these Zooms will keep going forward, just like basics. So, all right. So question on the sub 2 compensation: how much do transaction coordinators cost? So it depends on the coordinator. They can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. They are worth every penny. I wouldn't necessarily, the thing says in the beginning, you said to avoid real estate agents. I wouldn't necessarily avoid them. If you have a listing agent, you're going to have to work with them. I would JV with a sub 2 student because they can act as a or that they can get with a transaction coordinator that can represent you. It's just more efficient, especially if you do a creative situation. They understand it a little bit more. They open escrow, they do all the talking, they do the documents, they talk to your buyer, they talk to your seller. If it's creative, they can walk them through the documents. So, all right. Was that over the head for you guys? Be honest. So let me know, was that like, oh my God, I'm in the twilight zone, where am I? Or did you guys get any value from that? Use the chat, let me know. Because we want to, you guys are all quiet. Are you guys there? Are you asleep? Okay, thank you guys. You're there. Okay, great value. Okay, so last time we talked about finding your market, and we kind of touched on that today. So, and one of your homeworks was did anybody do their homework? Which was to go on market, find a market they felt like fit in the criteria that we talked about. And then pull some listings, and we would call on them today. Did anybody do that? Calissa, you're lost. Okay. I mean, I wish I had the Men in Black thing and I could just zap you guys and start over, because I know you're lost, and it's okay. I went too deep. Don't worry. We're going to go back to basics. I went too deep on the creative. So you guys missed the last call. Okay. Did anybody do their homework where they looked for some possible like so we were talking about markets, how to find your markets, good places, or where everybody's moving to. So you look at the census bureaus and see where everyone's going. I pulled up a Google and Pods, those moving pods. Their website was like, people are moving to Texas and Tennessee. We talked about paying attention to the news. Trump passed a 2018 tax code that's very beneficial for people that are not middle class. They're like upper class. It's going to be very helpful for them. So they're all flocking to no income tax states like Texas. Where are they? Florida, Carolinas. Hold on. I'm going to mute. I got to put it down. We got some people on mute all. We're going to mute you guys. Okay. So that's what we looked at last time. Did anybody do it? Because then we can call on these listings and we can kind of go over your thinking process, how you found it. That's okay, Calissa. If you missed a meeting and you just got to the Zoom info today, that's okay. So Calissa, you are in the Elephant Challenge. There's all sorts of leader meetings. You just go around and date all the leader meetings, find leaders that you jive with. And then once you find a leader that you like and you like their Zooms and how they work, then keep coming to their meetings. We'll give you homework. We'll build off them. We'll help you get your first deal. We're all sub-2 students. We're official Elephant Challenge leaders, and we are going to help you get your first deal. So you're in the right place. Are there replays? I think Corey, you missed homework. Oh, that's okay. You were there last time, but that's okay. So the replays, yes, they're on these all live stream to my YouTube. So let me give you guys my YouTube and you guys can watch it. I have a whole playlist that you guys can go through. I wouldn't suggest necessarily watch it because they're gonna pile up. And here. Let me share my channel. Where's that share button? I'll just write it in here. So it's youtube.com. And then my name. Under the live and then under the playlists, you'll have the elephant. Okay, so that's where all the replays are. You guys can go watch it. Also in the Elephant Challenge community, I put the replays in the chat. So, All right. So it sounds like there weren't any people. It's okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through and we can go through where we went last time. So I spent this whole time on Q&A, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's 1 o'clock. So we have 30 more minutes. Okay. So Mike has a list of active listings. So let me show you guys. Let me share my screen. Let me just close all my 8 million tabs. Okay, so we'll do a quick synopsis of what we learned last time. Last time I was telling you guys how to find a market. Some of the things, and if you guys want, take notes and put them in the chat for everyone. So one of the things that we want to look at is, where is everybody moving to? Where are people moving to and from in 2023? So this is what I pulled up last time. Americans are continuing to move to these cities. This is the pods thing. We have, let's write US government. What do they say? What does the Census Bureau say? State to state migration. Here's the Census Bureau. They're every 3 years. The number of movers okay, so these states right here, the dark green states is where everybody's moving to mostly, and this is where they're moving from. So, this is compared to share of in movers. So people are moving mostly into these states and away from these states. So California, if you've been paying attention to the news, has got a mass exodus going on. This one says people are going from California to Texas. People are going from New York to Florida, and people are going from Washington to California, which is really interesting. Washington and California are two very, very blue left-leaning states. So I'm not getting into politics here, but typically we like to look for houses in red states because they're more landlord friendly. I'm in Washington, and Seattle was a nightmare for investors during COVID. They're saying that people can live there for free for years, and have all these rules and stuff. So you want to invest in investor friendly states. So again, it's not a political thing. You also want to see where are companies moving to? So Jen was on the last one and said that a lot of people, if Starbucks is opening something, that's good. Follow where Amazon's going. Tesla just moved from California to Texas because they're easier on business. The same thing for landlord tenant laws. They went from a blue state to a red state. So there's a lot of companies moving to Texas, Florida. These are all the numbers. Arizona is a big hot market. Georgia, Tennessee. These are all the markets you guys want to look at. And so you'll see Nashville metro outside of them. So this is how you guys find your markets. This is where you guys want to do it. And then, so that's how you find your market. The second thing you want to look at is finding motivation. So I went to redfin.com, and you guys feel free to use the chat and tell me what you think. I like hearing from you guys. So if we go to Redfin, another way, and this is what the next elephant challenge is going to be on, is agent outreach. So let's just say I pick Nashville, Tennessee. That's one of those hot markets I found. And then what I'll do is I'll come to the all filters, time on Redfin, and we want more than 90 days on market. So you want the places that everyone's moving to because you're going to have a big pool of buyers. That's like I was just telling, I think, Mike, where I was like, you're not going to go to Fargo, North Dakota. You're not going to North Dakota to open a Ferrari dealership. So you want to see where your market is. And then the next thing I would do before I do that is say, I'm picked Nashville. What's the median home price of houses, of Nashville, Tennessee? That's another thing. You can go into Beverly Hills and get all these like $80 million mansions under contract, but your buyer pool is going to be very, 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 very small. So, Redfin right here says Nashville's median sale price is $449. So if I'm going to go look into Nashville, I'm probably not going to look at $800,000 houses. I want to keep around the 450 range. So now I can do the filters, and I'm going to come to my max, 600,000 is my max. So what you can do is you can definitely see there's 384 homes just 90 days on market. So if you want to get you're just going to look at these, narrow this down. So the majority of places, it's always good to have a 3-2, which is 3 bath, 2 bed. Those are very ideal. Because I don't know if any of you guys have lived in like apartments when you were in college or lived in a 1-bathroom house with more than 3 people. Has any of you guys done that? Let me know in the chat. It's tough. You guys, so Sharon has and Tess has. So what's it like when you have to go number 2 really bad and someone's in the shower? 5 people, 1 bath, Adrian says. Like it sucks. What are you going to do? Like get in the car and run down the street to McDonald's? Laura just said this on one of the last elephant challenges. It's so true. Yeah, you got to learn to hold it. So ideally it's nice to have at least a 2-bedroom, 3 bath. Yeah. And Sharon had no car. It's awful. Like it's absolutely awful. You're like, I have to pee really bad. I just need to go to the bathroom, and there's only 1 bathroom, and someone is like this far away from you naked, and you're all like, you're showering, I gotta poop. Like it's not fun. So I know that's foul. I'm not trying to be foul on you guys, but this is a bigger buyer pool when you have 2 oops, I did it backwards. I did 3 beds, 2 at least baths is what I like to do. It's real. You're right, Tess. It's just reality. So this will open up my buyer's pool. I've only gone $200,000 above the median price range. I know a lot of people are not going to want to buy my house wholesale that I got under contract if it has 1 bathroom. Why do I keep messing with this? Yeah, I did it right. And then, so we don't need a coming soon. We do want active. We do not want under contract and pending. So you don't need to get too into the weeds, but that took us down from 300 and something homes to 45 homes. You can add a bath. That's a good question, Mike. Do you have, so that's where you need to buy, that's where you need to find your gators. You know, some gators you can partner with people that has money. Who has money in here that would want to partner with Mike if he found something and wanted to build a bathroom? So Corey's got a little gator next to his name. He could help. I'm a gator. I could help. He has money. Do we only have 1 gator in here? Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany is a gator. Sarah's got money. So, yeah, Sharon's a gator. There's money in here, you guys. Oh, look, here's my gators. Steve, Gary, Ernest, Rodney, Sarah, Corey. Look how many gators are in here. I could put, if you guys feel comfortable, gators, tell me how much money do you have to lend? Just put it in the chat. 40K, 25K. Look at this money. $30,000, 28K. $75,000. Look at all this money in here, you guys. So this is where we want you guys to network and work with each other. 60K, Sarah has 30. That's a lot of money. So if you add up all of that money, you guys could, we call it gator wrestling. And Ernest, you're still working your line of credit. That's okay. Bring deals to people that have money. You can still gator wrestle. So Sharon has $140,000, but she's afraid to do EMD. So Sharon, work with somebody. If there's a deal that comes to you, work with a gator that has done PML stuff. So you'll get your hand held and you do it the right way with the right documents. But there's money in here, right? So you can definitely add a bathroom, Mike. Oh, hot damn. Sarah has 3 million for double closes. Yeah. Soon gators are going to have a lot more money after the 22nd. They're going to have a lot of resources for money. When Alpha Gator comes out. So there's money in here. This is why we have this stuff. We have people that have money. I'm a sub 2 student. I can help. There's other sub 2 students in here. So this is what the Elephant Challenge is all about. So there is money in here. So now we've come in here and you guys, I should use Privy, but I don't have it. So I'm just going off this until I have it. You can do the same thing in Privy. So then I don't know my Nashville areas very well, but what I can do is I can start looking at these places. So, so let's just start here. Belshire Terrace. That sounds nice. And we can also go look and find out where these people are going. So this is, what's this? Is this a whole thing or is this just one? I'm interested. That seems really cheap for a bunch of houses. Oh, it's the one condo. So we don't want condos are tough because they have an HOA. You want it like newer homes that have HOAs. It's harder to rent those things. So also what I like to do is I'm taking out the new construction. Take that out. All right. That just took us down to 23 homes, you guys. So this saves you guys a lot of time. From calling maybe 300 people where like a third are interested. So this is really narrowed down what might be interest. Can I explain more about new construction? Yes, Mike. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mike, for using the chat. You guys ask all your questions in here. Don't be afraid. It's all safe. No one's going to shame you. So we don't like new construction because these people have hard money loans and they need to pay them off right away. Where we're going is we're going to try to get something in a more creative finance. No equity. That's right, Sharon. Does anybody else know why there might be, why there might not be a reason? No equity. They have they've got hard money on there and they've just got to pay everything off. I'm not saying all new construction aren't great. They might have some motivation. I would not go with a condo new construction because then there's hard money on it, which they can't do creative with. They need to pay all that back. Number one. And number two, there's a high HOA. So there's rules around like if you can rent it out or not. So that was a great question. Thank you. So this one's a foreclosure. It's an ad though. Let's just start at the top. So this is at our median home income. I don't know the Nashville area at all. There's only 4 photos with this. So this might be a distressed situation. Vacant lot. That's another thing. You guys don't really want, you can do lots. I'm not as familiar with lots though. So that's just a vacant lot. I'm going to go back to my filters. I'm going to take lots off. I just want a house. There we go. Now we're down to 18. That just saved us a lot of time. So let's come to this one. This one's cute. A little bit outdated. It doesn't have a lot of pictures. This could be good. If you have a fix and flip situation. So maybe you can get with, yeah, great for parking. That's a really good idea, Sarah. So this might be a really good fix and flip. What's this? It's next to this high school. Looks like a new high school. So it might be an up and coming area. This has been listed for, it's in here somewhere, 106 days. So do you guys see motivation in here? It's not up to date. which is fine. It's been listing for 106 days. See what this says. It's a builder opportunity on this almost an acre lot, includes a tear down house. So possible. So you guys they might just be selling the land. Selling as is, currently zoned for the new Jane Lobson. So new high school. So that's good. That tells us that there's a new high school there. So state officials, do you guys know how much money it is to build a high school? It's millions of dollars of taxpayer money. So the state has invested millions of dollars in this area because either people are moving there and they don't have enough school, or there is a reason the state and city is spending this much money to put a brand new high school in there. So it looks like Nashville Classical Charter School will soon be on. So there's another school coming in here. Buyers and agents should check all important facts or info for themselves. So Jen made it. Hi, Jen. You want to come up with me? I got to find you. Let's find Jen. Are you guys sick of hearing from me? It's just been me.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
That's how I felt at the end of Monday's meeting when it was just me. And I was like, well, I've sat here and talked to myself for 30 minutes. So
I know.
hope everyone enjoyed that.
That was fun. You guys are all amazing because you're talking to me in the comments, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. So thank you for the emotional validation that you guys are not falling asleep. So I was just going over last time. I started out as a Q&A and it quickly got into way too much creative, way too fast. And I'm pumping the brakes on that. We got into PMLs and creative and all of that. So I'm sorry. I lost a lot of gators on that and I apologize. And now we're going back to basics. So I just was doing a refresh of what we talked about last time. So we talked about how to find where people are going. I was just pulling up Nashville and I put my filters on and we were talking about, okay, we own the bath, the bed, the bath, the median price income. And so we found this one. I was just saying they've put a new school here. So the city is spending millions and millions of dollars to put a school here. So that is good. That's good for this place. There's 2 schools going into this. So we're just looking at all the nuggets in here on like why this is good. So and how an investor looks at a listing like this. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen anymore. So, and this is a tear down opportunity. I'm glad you guys came because Jen tears down houses for a living. She's a developer. So this is perfect for somebody that's an investor like Jen. So Jen, I'm putting you on the spot, but this is, they think it's a tear down house unless they get an extensive thing. It's got an acre lot. It's next to a new school. As a developer, this, what is your thought on this? It's a place where people are moving. It's Tennessee. It's Knoxville, Tennessee. It's within the median home price income. 2 schools are moving there and it's on an acre lot. As a person that tears down houses and builds townhomes, or duplexes or whatever what do you think of this?
Whatever they let us build. So that's the big one, is being able to like pull the current zoning as well as, so where I am, we have something called an official community plan, which basically like dictates what that area has future plans for zoning. And so if you wanted to sell this to a developer, you would want to call the county or whatever it's in and ask them what they want to see get built there, because sometimes that is a really great place to start and people don't do that. They might already be like, we want to see townhomes. We want it to go into a multifamily, go up 4 stories or something like that.
Yep.
I mean, the developer who's going to buy it is going to have those conversations as well, or at least he or she should. But if you want to sell someone a development lot like that and you've already had that first conversation, that's amazing.
Yep. So those are just little nuggets that I'm looking here. So I know that this is a good area. And so I was going to do one call. So there's a lot of land up here. Let's see what this one is. Property being sold for the lot value. There's a lot of people that are not caring about the house, new build and under construction. I'm going to look for something.
What house is going for like 549 for a lot? Like that's more than what I pay here. I mean, I know you're not comparing apples to apples, but like what are the new build houses? Like, look, there's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath for
440.
Yeah, like I'm just not understanding the 540 price, and then you have to probably spend about like, I don't know, 25K to demo it and remove it. And then you have all your construction costs built into it. So like what are brand new builds going for there?
So that's probably why it's high days on market with that. So you
Mhm.
guys could call. So, are we losing you? I feel like we're getting too deep in the woods. It's easy for us to get deep in the woods. There's several beat up homes there. There are.
Yeah. It's
Which-
interesting.
Which is really interesting. So maybe I'm not in the same things happening in Florida, Tess says. I'm not familiar with Nashville. Maybe we can go to a different area. Let's go to a different part of the map. Let's come over here. Oh, that's this looks nicer. So this one's been on market. It has enough bathrooms. This one might be a little bit interesting. So let's look at this. It's beautiful, small neighborhood, backs up to wooded area. That's good. Large deck. Large walk-in closet. So this one has been on market for 92 days. Let's see if there's been price drops. This is how I showed you guys to look at the price history. So we're looking for motivation and pain here before we're like, is this something that we found that it has? They've moved the history on Redfin and it's driving me nuts. Payment calculator. We don't need that. There, no, interior. There it is. So they listed this in April of 2023. They bought, this is good information to know. So they bought this in 1998. So what does that tell you guys about the equity? There's a lot of equity. So it would be more of a seller finance situation. So this is how you kind of, likely it's free and clear. So, and that is ideal for a seller finance. It's ripe. So do you guys want me to call and pitch seller finance to them and call the agent and see how it works? So how does that make a good deal? I love that you're asking this, Mike. Thank you for asking this. You guys are asking great questions and I appreciate you not being afraid to ask questions that you don't know. So it makes it a good deal because like I was telling you guys, we can get it under contract, seller finance, and then we can wholesale it to somebody that wants a creative. It's harder to get creative deals under contract. So so then we can go and wholesale this and be like, listen, I did the terms for you and they're beautiful. And all you have to bring is this, 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 and this, and sign this and pay me an assignment fee and it's yours. So that way, so that's a good way to look at that. If this was sold 2 years ago, it would still be a good deal. Do you guys know why? It's okay if you don't, but put in the comments if you do. Why would this be a good deal if it was 90 days on market and I just lost my 90 days on market and just sold last year. Good interest rate and no equity, Corey. Ding, ding, ding. Gary, you're right. Low interest rate and low equity. That is exactly right. So if y'all remember 2 years ago when everyone was buying houses and refinancing at 2.3%,
Craziness.
what do you win? You win a high five. High five. So that's exactly right. So, I'm showing you guys how to look at listings because this is what Pace is going to go over. This is going to help you guys when you are on the Elephant Challenge again. So do you guys want me to call this agent and see what's up?
So just before you call, I'm just going to answer.
Do it. Yeah.
I'm butcher this person's name, Nahavda. Can you repeat why wholesaling is better than seller financing? It's not that it's better. It's that wholesaling a seller finance deal is much easier than like a cash deal.
Yes. So I was talking before you got here about how you want to know your market and you want to have like where the most people are buying. Like, for example, you're not going to open a Ferrari dealership in North Dakota. You're going to open one in Beverly Hills, right? There's more of a buyer for you there. So, okay. Let's stop talking to me. Now, if you guys, who was here for my last agent call, that was literally the best call I've ever had in my entire life. I can't guarantee this is going to be good. This is going to be a good one. Usually they're really mean when you pitch terms for subject to. Seller finance realtors are very, why can't I do this?
I believe the first call that Carly and I ever made was a house in Mesa that we really wanted to get for an Airbnb. And the realtor literally told us to take our cat shit offers and throw in the garbage. So for anyone who was here last week, it was a dream. And I feel like I'm still processing the first call we ever did.
Jen, that was her first call. And I think she probably has PTSD from that call.
Yeah. Carly's like, it'll be fine. I was like, that wasn't fine for me.
I'm like, they'll be mean sometimes. Some people tell you to go kick rocks.
That would be great if she could kick rocks.
Yeah. She was mean. And realtors by law have to present every offer that is sent to them. And she did not. And a lot won't. And so you guys are going to learn. I hope this one's mean to me, just so you guys can see what it's like. But it's not scary. Like, Jen, that was your first call. Are you petrified and never going to do it again?
No.
She's fine. She's
what I
one
would
tough
miss out
broad.
on way more than, the lost opportunity would hurt me more than that lady.
Yeah.
Words did.
Okay. So I get really nervous when I do this, and I'm really nervous all of a sudden. So I'm going to call, and we're going to call Jane. Oh, I got to find it. I get so nervous. What is it? All right. Here we go. And if you guys get nervous, you guys are going to get nervous. And I've been doing this forever and I don't know why, but I'm still nervous. So it happens. I just want you to know. Telvin said their first call was very cool. It just wasn't helpful. I know. And they do that and you just can't let it bother you. Okay, here I go.
Thank you for calling Frederick and Clark Realty. This is Elizabeth.
Hi, can I please speak with Jane?
Jane is not in the office right now, but I can give you her mobile number if you'd like.
Yes, hold on. Let me get it. Just a second. Hold on. Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. I'll go give her a call.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. So you guys, I had to mute it because we were doing agent calls on the 4th day of the Elephant Challenge and YouTube took it down for us bullying, putting people's numbers on the phone. And I don't want this to get. Okay, so here I go again.
This is Jane Carroll. Please leave a message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi, Jane. My name is Carly Grunman. I'm calling about your listing on Wild Iris Drive. Can you give me a call back? My number is area code 208-340. All right.
It was taken down.
Yeah, it was taken down. I know.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why the 4th day isn't available. We're editing it. It's just taking a little bit of time because the editors have other things that are priority that they're doing for pace. So, okay. So let's find another one. Or unless, do you guys want to come up here and call? Do you want me to do one more? I haven't done it. So what we want to do is we want to look for motivation to sell. This one's cute. This might be a flip though. So we talked about last time, we don't want flips. Why don't we want flips, Jen?
Hard money most of the time.
This looks like hard money to me. It's very cute. There's nothing wrong with cute. You just want to look like, does it look like a real person lives here? Or does it look like they usually hard money equals gray everything? Gray. 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 I like if there's gray, gray. Gray equals hard money to me. Usually, especially if they have that gray hardwood whitewash hardwood floor. Millennial gray is what they call it. What about a property that was on the MLS? Oh, hold on. Jane's calling me back. Hi, this is Carly.
Hey, Carly, this is Jane Harrell, Frederick and Clark. I
Hi,
was
Jane.
calling you back about Wild Iris.
You're quick. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Question. So I'm just looking at it. I'm an investor in the area and just curious. I've noticed it's been on market for a minute. Have you guys had offers that go through and then just didn't fall through, or what's going on?
No, we got close a couple of times.
Yeah, but not quite.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
we did. You know, I have no idea. It's really a nice house.
It
I have
looks
no clue.
nice. I know. I was just looking at it. It's a really cute little house. So and
It's a great neighborhood.
And-
It's near the park. You know, it's just really nice.
yeah, have you talked to your sellers at all about seller financing it? Would they be interested in any of that situation?
I don't think so
Okay.
because she is elderly
Okay.
and she's going to need the cash to go into a over 55 community. So I
That
don't
makes
think
sense.
she's able to do that.
That makes sense. Okay. So do you know, and I'm not trying to get too pry on, but I'm just curious because see if we could make an offer. Do you know how much money she would need to is she looking to buy a house? Is she looking to go into one of those communities that they rent as they get older?
No, not one of those.
Just to buy something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I was thinking maybe we could get her a higher down payment or something, but she just wants probably the whole thing just to take the money and buy her own little house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She really needs it. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about that. We'll keep our eye on it. And if we have any potential, if I can think of anything else, I'll definitely follow up and keep in touch.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for calling.
You're welcome. You have a good day, Jane.
You too, honey.
Okay,
Bye.
take care. Bye-bye. She was so sweet.
Another nice one.
They're so sweet. Ugh, Jen's probably bitter. So I didn't push this too hard, and this is why. So I'm like, I get it. I planted a little seed and watered the seed. So it's been on market. And I'm like, I know that it's been on market 105 days. Why isn't it selling? I have no idea. So, and I'm like, would she be possibly open to more of a creative situation? I know I'm not going to tell her that I looked it up and I can figure out that she probably owns it free and clear. So that's why I pitched seller finance. So what I'm going to do is I'm not giving up on this. I'm going to put in my little CRM and I'm going to follow up in 30 days and be like, Jane, how are you? Good to talk to you again. Is there any, definitely not a California agent or Arizona agent. Or that one was the Arizona agent. I'd be like, Jane, what's up? Do you remember me? Is she interested yet? So we need to let them marinate in some pain. I hate calling it pain. They need to marinate and increase their motivation. Carly, would you be open to talking with my potential partner on a sub 2? Yes. After this call, I don't know if I can. Hold on. I need to look at my schedule. I feel like I have something coming up. Today is a pretty open day for me though. Yes, I might be able to talk with you guys on that call for sure. Okay, did you see my question? What was it? Any experience on HUD homes? I've seen a few in my area with HUD signs on the front door saying not for sale. I've been sitting there for a while and vacant. Any insight on those leads? Okay, do you guys know what HUD stands for? Housing and Urban Development, which means the federal government has something to do with that. And I would say if you give me an address, I can tell you who owns it. If the federal government has any hands in this pot, I would not go to it because they have all of our money. They have more money. We pay, except for Jen. She's in Canada. We pay them every single year. They have all the money. They don't need to worry about it. They have the loan. They are the lenders. Yes. So that's a good question though. So we're just about up right now. I apologize, you guys, that got a little deep, a little quick, but tell me, was this last and second half, was it helpful? Number one. And number two, I'm going to re-give you guys your homework. So Corey, listen up because you said you didn't get it last time. I'm just kidding. I'm not meaning, I'm just joking. I'm not calling him out to be mean. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do. If you guys can come back next Friday at noon Pacific. Thank you, Corey. You can take it. So if you guys come back at noon Pacific time on Friday, I would love to bring you guys up here and I want you guys to, let's just do 3. If you want to do more, that would be super amazing. Yeah, the 14th. Thank you, Sharon. Do 3 and go through what we did. So find the states where people are moving, find the median income, then go to those states and search for the non-new construction, non-condos. So just houses, high days on market. Find the pain. So we can help find pain too. Jen and I are going to pull lists for like off market things, but I really want to show you guys the on market stuff. And if we'll call them, I would love it if you would call them. And I know it's really scary. We'll have you guys call on the next one. We can go over all the things you ask. We'll have you come on and call just like we did on the day 4 of the Elephant Challenge, and we can coach you in the comments. Can we stay in our market? If you want to, yes. I would just stay in the median home range. Don't go for a $3 million house if your median home range is 400,000. Did I talk about my idea stolen from Pace and the Realtor Training Creative? What's your idea, Corey? About
I haven't heard about that yet, Corey. Corey wants to, so he's or she, sorry, that was an assumption, talk about having a Zoom for Houston realtors that like either us or someone else in Sub 2 hosts so that they can bring more people into the creative world.
Oh, so you want to, oh yeah. Corey, are you a realtor?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
That's
Oh,
okay. That's okay. It's okay not to be. When it comes from realtors, they trust you more because you're one of them. So what I would do, so are you in Houston, Corey? They have Power Hour in Houston for Sub 2 students.
Oh, that's what it was. Realtor friends. Okay.
Yeah. So you have 6 friends. So, okay. So you have people they trust. You have 6 friends that trust you and that are realtors. So yeah, I would get together. They have Power Hour. I'll see if I can find it. The Sub 2 students, anybody can join. It's not just a Sub 2 thing where they get together and they call. I'll try to connect you with some Houston Sub 2 students, and I would partner with them and your realtor friends and create events. And sometimes what you can do is you can get a title company involved. Find an investor friendly one, Corey. And are you Gator Elite, Corey? If you are, go to Jake's sales calls to learn how to find investor friendly Gator title companies. Get a Sub 2 student, get your realtor friends, get a title company. Usually they'll pay for it. They'll let you use their place and be like, I want to host a meetup, and you can pitch your title company like they can sell. Okay, good. Okay, good. You were there. I saw you there. That's right. I remember. Okay, so you are. So I'll connect you with some Sub 2 Houston people, get with them, find an investor-friendly title company in Houston and get with your realtor friends. And between the sub-2 community, the realtor community, you and your community and the title company, you guys need to put something on at the title company. Title company will pay for it. Likely you can use their location and educate the crap out of all the realtors, because as Pace says, they're all going to start selling their Range Rovers and serving at Chili's soon if they don't get open to creative the way the market is. So, nice. Okay. Post your information. Thank you, Sharon. Post your information on the Circle community. I'll show you real quick.
Friday, noon.
So if you go to the bottom,
I gotta jump off, but I will see
Okay, I do
everyone
too.
Friday.
Friday at noon, come here to the meetup, put your stuff there, Corey, and put everybody's meetups there. Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.